Alrighty, folks. So thanks for jumping on. This is like a special edition. Let me make sure that I got my volume and everything going. Okay, let's put that sound down. All right, so SPDas is standing by. He is going to be going over some cool things with us today. Also, he had some personal things yesterday that came up, but he wanted to make it up to you folks by doing a special, what's it called, live session today. But also, we've got a bit of news too that I just wanted to go over, some updates. So yesterday we posted the new link for the white paper, and that's solana.forexlens.com. I'm just going to pull it up here. One sec, folks. I gotta set up the microphone on this window capture. Give me one moment. This takes a there we go. Okay, I can switch over now. One sec. Here we go. All right, cool. So this is solana.forexlens.com, right? So this is actually built on the new framework, SSR. Um, I'll get into all the little details or whatever, technical details at some other point. But the idea is that forexlens.com itself is that's the old site, right? And we're like kind of updating it. Like we don't really, it's not the focus, right? Definitely going to put some better messaging on there that's going to reflect the vision that's seen here. But the idea is that, this is the proposal. This is the white paper, right? So this is what we want to build. Now, the timelines here are just there because we have to have some milestones and some goals in place, and we're aware of that. But we are also accelerating, right? So we believe in the fact that technology can bring us faster to our goals, and of course, having the right team in place, having the right people in place. Since we've been doing this type of thing for so long, including software engineering, including everything to do with the markets, trading, building machine learning systems. Like the first Forex Lens machine learning system came out approximately 2018 or 2019, uh, and was pretty neat, was pretty cool. It was before any of the hype started and all that good stuff. We were already on it. As soon as there were breakthroughs in machine learning, as a software developer, I'm monitoring this type of technology all the time. Watching Hacker News, Y Combinator, like this is my life, right? Like, I wake up every morning, and that's part of my day, right? It's part of every software engineer's day to check all these things and stay up to date on the latest breakthroughs, reading papers, reading Archive, reading Sci-Hub, all that good stuff, right? That's what we do. It's literally baked into our core system. So the idea here is that this is the initial release of this new system. The new system is going to be built on top of this framework. It's already being built on top of this framework. This is XR compatible, WebXR compatible. It's MetaQuest compatible, Vision compatible, all that good stuff, right? Um, and of course, we're staying on top of edge technology for this system, and that's going to be the case going infinitely, even after we're all gone. This is never going to leave. This is going to be, this is on the blockchain now, right? So, with that being said, um, we do have a mission statement, right? That we do have a goal, and the goal is to empower individual traders. It's to um, understand is to let help people understand how institutional trading desks have had insights and do have insights that that the majority of people don't have. Like for example, easy case is like NFP news yesterday. Like that news that's being released to the public, if you really think that you're getting that news first from whatever source you're getting it, it's not true, right? And everybody knows that. But there are ways to see it. There are footprints left behind by, um, whoever, whatever, right? The market makers. And that is our mission. That is our goal, is to literally uncover and try and see through the veil and be able to show you how to see through that veil. That's why we have the live sessions. That's why Yao is explaining all that stuff to you. Now, go on here, hit read white paper, read this, go through it. I'd like to get feedback from the entire community, all the holders, but don't jump the gun and start DMing me and DMing everybody and all that stuff, please. I'm just going to ignore that, and we're going to ignore that. We're actually going to include a feedback mechanism right in here where you could just send your feedback, right? Of course, you can stay anon, or you can also obviously sign up with an email address or whatever, so I know who I'm talking to, and I can have one-on-ones with you, and the team can talk to you as well. Okay. Uh, Obviously, you can go through this on your own time. We have a bunch of different tools and MLs that we've been building throughout the years that have never been seen by anyone before, and we're excited to start showing them to you. So I'll be making those announcements. We'll be making those announcements as we update, and we literally update every single day. Okay, like this is our life. This is our literally our full time. It's not even a job. It's just this is who we are. This is what we do. Okay. And of course, our goal is to educate you through how everything works and how everything's built, right? We may not give up all the code right away, okay? Like you'll read here, like we are posting our this V0.15 in the making since March. We're posting this on GitHub, and from now on, you'll find the updates literally of any word changes or anything that happened to this as we update it are going to be locked in there, right? So that everything is open. And as a community member, as a holder, or as someone who's thinking about being a holder, you'll be able to actually, transparently understand, if this word was edited and what date, what time, etc. Okay. This is a proposal. This is a white paper. It's a draft. Okay, it's an art. Think of it like if you're a developer, it's an RFC document, and we as holders or the internal team, we're all thinking about how to progress this into something that becomes 1.0. Okay, so with that, we go through this, read about what we think the token structure should look like, read about the development timeline, read about some of the tools that we're already working on and started to integrate. Our journey as through EACC has been long and unfolding. Starting in this project it came into inception in 2015, but I've been a software developer since the 90s, and I know my way around a lot of different systems, languages, etc., core languages, operating systems from a low level perspective, and of course that's a big thing, um, especially when it comes to building advanced tools like this. On the other end, I'm also a front end junkie. I love things like React and frameworks and JavaScript, and at the core, I'm a script kiddie. From when I started doing this stuff, I would just write little JavaScript things, little IRC scripts, things like that were fun. And then they became tools and automations and things like that. that help me in my day as a professional. So a bit of a timeline here. You'll see this image is a little shrunk down. Like I just didn't have enough time to like uh, make it so it's zoomable, but don't worry, it'll happen, right? Like this is a iterative. Um, I actually have a full roadmap I'm going to be posting here that's going to link open just like this does, so you could see the actual like full breakdown of the entire history of this project so far by feature, right? And of course it'll be like Q1, Q2 for each year. So you can actually see what we have already that we're building on top of. This is very important, like super important. So you'll see like, we're not just like we're not just starting, like we're building on top of an existing ecosystem and framework. I'm also involved in yourfuse.com, which is a huge thing, building enterprise systems for clients, right? So this is based on this backbone of an entire ecosystem and infrastructure that is and has been used by um, enterprise-based and private corporations for a number of years. Okay, it wasn't just born. So with that, all this tokenomics stuff is a proposal. I've been talking to a lot of different community members and from different countries in their native languages, which is fun because it's fun to talk to people when they're talking in a different language and you're using translation software. But um, these numbers are not what we are. These aren't final. This isn't final. This is a potential tiers, right? Like, and how this is tied together. Obviously, we're thinking that the users are going to be staking these whenever they're getting them in the system, etc. If you're already a holder, we're going to use the blockchain timestamps to make sure you could backdate things, etc. Right? We're trying to incorporate as much as possible, and make everybody aware of the level of detail that we're taking into making sure that we're not missing steps, and that's why we want that feedback. Like I said, you'll have the opportunity to jump in and give us feedback right through here through a chat window, and that's going to get compiled in the system and give us and rank things for us, so we can actually we'll summarize that, we'll post it, everybody can take a look at it and re-rank it, etc. Right? Same with like the some of the other utility areas. We put like some of the bullet points, but there's definitely, if you read the white paper, there's way more to it than just that. This is just to get the ball rolling. We wanted to get something out. We made a goal. We set a deadline. We said we're going to get you something by Friday. And I had constituents from other time zones where it became Saturday. Be like, hey, what about us? You didn't consider us. I'm sorry for that. I didn't mean to like not be specific with Eastern Standard Time. I assumed that everybody would just like know that and that was the wrong move to make an assumption. So I'll try and be more clear about the time zone differences and on the release dates. Okay. This is also going to be available in multiple languages, just like we have all our other systems. So you can expect that within the next coming days. We'll be adding that. You can just like click through it, click your language. And of course, additional token details. Nothing is finalized yet. Still building that out. But at least you could see that we're not taking this lightly, and we're not just doing stuff and hoping that it works. We want your feedback. Okay. If you're a professional, if you're a Web3 professional, a software developer, a trader, anything like that, in any walk of life, any market vertical, we want to hear from you. We respect and appreciate your input. Okay. But just give us a chance to put that chat in here so that we can actually start collecting it into a database. Okay. More than open to hear anybody out, but if I avoid or ignore you, it's not because I don't want to talk to you. It's because I'm very busy uh, creating the ecosystem, and I may not have time to get back to everybody personally. This roadmap is also a proposal. Like I said, we are in acceleration mode. Okay, so we're putting this here just to get something on the board. Okay, uh, obviously we have our advanced AI agents already built and tested. We're testing them still every day to make sure that they're perfect. And we do have a human oversight factor on this. We're taking this super seriously. Your capital is serious, and we don't take that lightly. Okay. These are real testimonials from real people. We have so many of these, and so many more even now from what since we restarted, even from you folks out there that have been watching the live sessions and actually get what we're doing and get value from those live sessions already. If you have if you want to send me a testimonial, go ahead, or to the Forex Lens account. The comms team is starting to take over that account more and more each day, and I'm stepping back to focus on the ecosystem. Okay. And of course, we do have the fiat membership option. We're not getting rid of that. We want to make sure that people can still purchase in fiat. This is a proposal. We're gonna keep the monthly membership at whatever one soul is for now, right? And that's a proposed structure. So if you want to pay in fiat, that's fine. We'll keep that option open. It's going to be a dynamic membership pricing system, and based on the value of soul. Okay. Uh, like I said, this hasn't been finalized. We want to hear from you. We want to know what you think. I don't mind if you're like, hey, this sucks. I want to hear you say that, because if I don't hear that, then or if we don't hear that as a team, like we won't be able to make it better and adapt it into what you want, what the community wants. That's our goal. We want to make sure that we do this as a collaborative effort. And of course, we do have a commitment to safety, to AI safety, and that's why we have the human oversight on our any of our systems, any of our trade ideas that are coming out by AI. We're not just letting it run loose. Yes, we do have auto traders in the back end, in the background, running out our on the algos and the agents. Now, we don't want to release those to the public yet. We still have to talk to the different regulations officers, especially within Canada and anywhere else, to make sure that, before we pull the trigger on that, that it's kosher and the project doesn't suffer. But with that being said, we still are going to release the AI and the AI tools, but you'll have to sign a disclaimer, and all it takes is a checkbox or something like that. It's just going to happen for holders only, of course, and in the portal. We'll show you that system shortly. So of course, just wanted to go in and kind of give you the explainer. This is solana.forexlens.com. You could go there. There's a little thing here that talks or
Welcome to the
whatever.
future of dumb money. For too long, institutional players have manipulated markets at the expense of retail traders. Forex Lens leverages advanced AI and blockchain technology to expose these practices, providing our community with the insights traditionally reserved for institutional trading desks. Through decentralization and transparency, we're leveling the playing field and returning power to individual traders. Daily live sessions with institutional traders for each market open. We broadcast on X, YouTube, Twitch, Discord, Telegram, and our WebXR portal. Covering Forex, stocks, crypto, tokens, and commodities. Our AI analyzes our live traders in real time, and they collaborate together to provide the best trading opportunities. Our other AI formulates an overarching unified market view, consolidating confluence points and providing a clear direction. Real-time institutional order flow tracking. Dark pool activity monitoring. Stop hunt pattern detection. Manipulation tactic alerts. Institutional strategy reveals. Community-driven market insights. Manipulation-aware trading strategies. Collective defense mechanisms. We are quantum and regulatory conscious. As a holder, you get access to AI query credits, WebXR access levels, governance rights, and premium feature unlocks. 20% of total supply allocated to founders with milestone-based vesting. Regular airdrops planned for community growth and early adopters. Governance rights for token holders to influence platform development. Buyback and burn mechanisms may be implemented based on community voting. Decentralized finance meets advanced AI to empower traders. We are the DeFi project that exposes market manipulation. Hold Forex Lens and join us in the fight for your capital.
Yeah, so yeah, DeFi, AI-fi, right? Or whatever. Uh, I saw that this morning. We're AI-fi now, so. Um, but yeah, hopefully the message is clear. Hopefully the plan is clear, and yeah, I'm super excited to keep developing this, not just the plan, but the system itself, and releasing it to everybody. You'll notice that there is a sign in button here. It does go to the old portal. So this is the old portal. If no one has an account right now, if you go to sign up, it'll take you to the old website, right? This is the old website. Like the just understand that, okay? Down here is like the thesis white paper. Will take you back to that, blah blah. I'm slowly just like fixing it up so that it everything links back to this site. Sorry, to this site here. Right? But this site is going to take over this site. Uh, uh, um, once we have more of the system in place, which should be within the next week or two, we're just going to transfer this over onto the site. Okay, if that makes any sense. So all the membership stuff just takes you back to read our white paper for now. That's what we want. So I'll be combing through this with the team and changing up all the links, making sure that the logic makes sense. We just haven't taken the time to do that. But yeah, that's part of being agile and fast with releasing stuff. Sometimes things have to get put on the back burner. Anyways, I'm gonna stop ranting now. This has been what I wanted to tell you. And yeah, so solana.forexlens.com. That's where you'll find our white paper, and soon you'll be able to leave a comment and suggestions and things like that. Especially so we'll have the wallet hooked up here, and that'll let you participate in making your contribution. All right, friends. I am going to pass the microphone over to SPDas. He's been patiently waiting on the other end here, and I apologize for that. I'm just gonna move that over now. Um, and SPDas, I'm really sorry to keep you waiting for so long. I know you were pumped to get started, and I hope that energy is still there. Let's get this moving.
Yes, yes. Thanks, Igor. No worries at all. Uh, let's get started off. And hello, everyone. Welcome back. We are doing this weekend session so that we are all a bit free and we got some time to discuss all major markets in details. Starting with Euro USD daily chart up on your screens right now. So let's get started straight away. Just for your quick update. This session will go on at least for 30 minutes, may extend to 40-45 minutes as well. But I'll try and keep it crisp as always. We need to discuss a lot, specifically the Dow Jones. I'm going to touch base with the Dow Jones. We're going to spend at least 5 minutes there. So straight away, let's get started with the daily counts here. I'm going to quickly run with the minor, larger degree count. That was an impulse rally up there, followed by a corrective decline, which we all know now. And I'll just change the degree. I'll just change quickly the degree to minor as well. Okay. Now, Euro has. I'm going to take you through the hourly chart because those who have been following us meticulously every session last week would have known that the alternate path has come has become the primary count for us on the smaller time frames, but I'll take you there in just in a moment. What we need to know on the larger degree scale now that euro is perfectly poised for turnaround early next week. It could be as early as Monday. Asia, I mean Tokyo, Sydney overlap. We'll be there together again. So this is structure five up followed by three down. Ideally, we are set. Euro is now set for another five waves higher of the same magnitude that we saw earlier. Okay, we've discussed this all through the last week, and we still continue to hold our guns, despite the fact that there has been a slight against the movement against us. But that is okay. It always happens. We're all prepared in the trading. Now, before we go on an hourly chart, now this is what is the most important thing I want you to keep note of. Remember, we've been calling off the fifth waves, followed by uh, a divergence. Now, this is what you can see. Now, this divergence, I'm going to show you on the daily, on the hourly, and on the 4 hour. Now, that is something which a trader, I mean, specifically like it really gets me overexcited. When you see the last wave, let's say prices are falling down, printing a new low, but the RSI is somehow holding up. It shows the market pulse. What we are not able to see because there are millions of and billions of traders against us. But this particular indicator tells us all a story which which is exactly opposite the price action. And if we are aggressive traders, I'm going to share the story in two perspective now. Traders who are aggressively poised to take a call with a very tight risk reward ratio. Risk reward is quite high. It's open and on the conservative side. Okay, if you remember, the alternate path we drew on Friday was it prints a fresh low and then takes over. At least three times we discussed this alternate path on Friday itself. And that's what has happened. Now, our stop loss was at 1.0200. It has printed a low at 1.0214. So technically, we are still into the trade, but due to any reason, due to fear or whatever reason, if you got out of the trade, it's still a great opportunity to take this as a bullish divergence scenario where prices are going to reverse very sharply. Technically, 1.0200 was our stop. We're still into the trade, but if you got out again, aggressive traders might want to get in Monday Tokyo Sydney session itself. But this is what we are expecting to happen in the next week. High probable trade setup. A rally straight through 1.0435 immediate resistance with the fifth wave almost poised to have completed. If worst case scenario, even if we get out, if prices drop below 1.0200, that is where I'm going to take it up as another opportunity to get in. All right, because okay, we if we lose 150 points, I can see that there is a 1500 points rally on the opposite side. Now, being a trader, uh, risking another 100 points for the 1500 points is absolutely valid considering the risk reward ratio. All right. So as I promised, this is the hourly chart. Now, please look at this yourself. Prices declining, the RSI saying no, I'm not going to drop to a new low. That's a bullish divergence on the hourly. So we've seen it on the daily, we've seen it on the hourly. Let me bring it up on the 4 hour chart. Amazing, isn't it? I don't know if you have traded this divergence earlier or not, if it's your first time, but tell you what, believe it or not, these diverging scenarios we've traded personally and made traders trade umpteen number of times. I repeat, umpteen number of times, and it's not that we haven't got wrong, but 9 out of 10 times, 9 out of 10 times, we've been on the right side. All right, so aggressive traders specifically should be ready to place on the to position on the long side Monday open, Sydney Tokyo overlap, and we're going to be right there again at that time. Conservative story is that you don't do anything, let the price action take off that resistance. Again, we'll see a dip or corrective drop. That is where we enter. All right. And we are going to see both possibilities coming through next week because now the price action is absolutely ready to take off with because I was waiting for this diverging scenario. It was always possible for that alternate count to drop to a new low, produce that divergence, and then pick it up. All right. So please watch out for a high potential trade setup in the euro rally as early as the Tokyo Sydney Open Monday. Okay. Next is the dollar index. This cannot be. I mean, it cannot get better than this. It's okay. We I don't know if we have taken it out. It is almost taken it out to 110. But being a trader, what I see on the chart is absolutely thrilling. Friday NY session, if you've been with us, this is what we are drawing. I'm repeating it. A, B, C, D, and if this is E, we are going to see a thrust wave higher. And look at the price action. Of course, we just dropped out at 109,881, but no problem. Monday first thing, what we do is get on the short side, and the stop loss is going to be right above that 110.04. Now, there might be discrepancies because uh, if you open, if the dollar index provider, if I change the provider, for example, I'm with 8 cap right now. If I go on a capital.com, it is 109 point what 70. That's the high. So if you are with another provider that is traded dollar index, it is quite possible that you are still in the trade. All right, but I looked into the 8 cap, which has taken us out, but absolutely no problems at all because what I see on the charts, I mean, what the story the charts are saying, I mean, like repeatedly we were prepared for this wave four, and time and again I've seen when wave E completes, you see that thrust wave five, and that's only to to if I can compare this with the human psychology, not exactly the human psychology. If if you have ever seen a flame go off, like I'm talking about an oil lamp, a cotton's bud, uh, oil lamp, when it is just about to go off, the last flame is the biggest one. I mean, it's the thrust wave. That's what you can compare with the fifth wave after wave four triangle. It cannot get better than that. All right. So despite the fact being stopped out, we are ready to get into this trade right at the Tokyo Sydney overlap open around 109.60, 65 again, or whatever price with the stop just about that 110 handle. Maybe we'll keep it a bit space around 110.30 or 40. All right, but it's an amazing story. Again, diverging scenarios. And I'm seeing it for the first time yesterday, but I'm very confident that we've got divergences on all time frames. That's the first one up on your screens, hourly chart. All right. And the second one, 4 hourly chart. Okay, and then you see the third one, the daily chart. That would be a sight to watch. It's a sight to behold, I would say. I mean, this is an, and even if, let's say if you're not trading, okay, let's say if you're not trading euro or dollar index, but at least if you're watching, make a note of this screen, take a screenshot and just see what this DAS is saying is actually happening or not. And then you'll get the confidence because time and again, over and over and over again, I've seen it happen. And this is just going to be the next time. So next week target for the dollar index is we should be seeing ideally high probable, high potential trade setup. See, we are analysts, we are not God, but what we see on the chart is what we say, what we project. The high probable projection from here is towards 107.80, and please let's see, it should be happening in the next, probably next few trading days, as far as early as next week. All right, so that's the short side for pound. Well poised. I'm going to pick up gold because if time remains, I'll come back to pound. But pound we have already discussed. It's good to remain on the long side. But this story, I've already done the counts here. So we are not going to waste any time doing the counts. Now that is minor wave one. That's minor wave two. The minor wave one, you can see the subdivided into minute five waves. Wave two, neat little ABC, minute. Now that's the extended wave three I've been talking about repeatedly. You see the minute wave one, two, three, four, and five, and then you see that extension here. Minute wave one, two, three, four, and five. Wave three of three extended. It rarely happens, but it does happen. Two extended waves within the third wave. So we've got the third wave extended, and then we've got wave fifth minute wave also extended. This is minor wave three. We are now looking towards minor wave four, and I'm just taking you to the 4 hour charts where we discussed the alternate count as well. If it is a If it's a triangle, that could be wave D, and we are going to see wave E and thrust the last wave. So wave 4 is going to cut short its path if it's a triangle, like A, B, C, D, and E. That would be minor wave 4, and then we are going to see wave 5 up there. The wave 4 will be cut short towards 2600, all right? If it is not a triangle, then this could be the path now. We've got wave A, we've got wave B. We might see a thrust. Either wave C is complete at the running flat, or wave C might just go and pip one more high about 2730. Remember, our stop loss is around 2730, 40 again. So we are going to review this chart on Monday, Sydney Tokyo Open. If required, we will revise our stop. But if that is an ABC, we've got a larger wave B complete, and then we see the next wave C lower again from there. And that goes towards the wave 4 projected towards 2500. All right. We are good to remain short on gold in either scenario, even if it's a triangle or it's an ABC flat and then larger degree C count. So pretty confident on what we have done in gold, and the only thing we might have to do is add more shots and possibly adjust the stop a bit. All right. Okay. Now the chart of the day, the chart of the week, the chart of the month, the chart of the year potentially is the Dow Jones. Let's sit tight and enjoy what the charts are telling us a story. All across the last week, I avoided talking about Dow Jones because it was doing sideways, was waiting for this break. we've discussed it should come around 41,700 for a break. It's almost there. Now, let me bring up the larger story, Grace of God, and it's amazingly interesting. Repeatedly, time and again, if you go back through the past videos, we've discussed that we are very close to completing 5 waves. Uh, Now, the only adjustment I'm making is of the wave 4, and that is the fifth wave. Okay, what has happened is neat little, okay, this is 1, 2, 3, it's good enough. Wave 4 unfolded as a triangle, possibly. And that is A, B, C, D, and E. So I'm going to connect these two, and I'm going to connect those two, B, D, and AC, okay? That was a triangle wave 4. And let's zoom in a bit because the fifth wave has subdivided neatly into minute and so let's bring up the minute one first. So remember, wave 5 should be subdivided into 5 waves. So how did it happen? Let's begin from here. Termination of wave 4, so that is wave 1. Just give me a moment. I'm going to change it. I'm going to change the degree to minute. I explained this earlier. It's like the son, the father, and the grandfather, and maybe a grandson as well. That is the subdivision of at a minute degree. Let me zoom out a bit more. Hang on there. We are going to touch base with the coins as well. All 4 of them after this chart is done. I don't know if you are all excited, but I cannot control myself what I'm seeing on the charts right now. With the kind of excitement that I'm having. So that's it could be a running flat as well. So maybe the if it's not a triangle done properly, it could be wave 4 here. But I would go with the triangle view, and it's not breaking any rules. Wave 2 is not below the beginning of wave 1, so we are good. Now, can you see the third wave again subdivided into 5 waves? That's so beautiful to watch. So this is the, let's say, the father, the son, and that's the grandson. I'm going to change the degree again. One moment, please.
That's just so cool.
Minute to minute, okay? And that's 5 waves of the third wave, and then you have wave 4, and then you have wave 5. If you can see this third wave, it can be subdivided into 5 waves again. So that's going to be the sub-minute level, okay? So it's so amazingly interesting that Dow has not only completed the 5 waves, but according to theory, it's drawn down to wave 4 of one lesser degree that's already taken out, and it's already testing the next wave 4 of one more lesser degree. Now that's according to the theory. When the turn happens, it takes out the first wave 4 before concluding the first wave down. So what we are seeing on the right hand side, the price action, is minute wave 1 complete. I'm going to print minute wave 1 here, and then minute wave 2, and then minute wave 3, 4, and 5 going forward. So this is the this is a minute level. I'm going to change it to minute. The It's just beginning to cut loose on the south side. Ladies and gents, stocks are, I mean, I may absolutely, I may be wrong, Okay, because anyone can go wrong in the analysis. But what the charts are telling us, we've got to pause. We've got to stop thinking that we've entered the 2000 area, the 2000s, or maybe uh, next 20 years are for the stock markets. It may be, yes, they are for the stock markets, but immediately next 1, 2, or 3 years, that could not be as expected. All right, it's just cutting loose on the south side, and this five wave is not just 1 degree. It's not just minor five waves. It's actually going on with the primary wave five, with the cycle wave five, and so on. If I can take back to 1970s, 1975s, you're going to see that these five waves are getting completed not at one level. Maybe this is the grandson, and then you have the father, sorry, son, and then you have the father, and you have the grandfather. So it's completing at four different levels, these five waves. Believe it or not, the
Yep, yep.
next wave is going to be an amazingly sharp lower. And if I give you an idea of what 2025 could have in store, I mean, I would not be surprised at all to see prices dropping all the way back towards 28,000. Remember, it's almost 50% decline from where we are trading right now. Now, how are we going to take benefit of this drop? Are we going to sell right now or should we sell right now? No, sir, we should not be selling right now. It is just the end of wave one. Possibly, maybe wave one may break below that low, and then you've got to wait for the wave two rally around three waves up. The next high probable move, the Dow Jones and SPX and Nasdaq, they are all similar. Is a corrective wave back towards 43,000, 44,000 zone, but this rally, sir, is not supposed to be bought. That rally is supposed to be sold with a stop going right above 45,000 or 127. So if the story, when the charts are saying it's also a conventional head and shoulder, the neckline is almost gone. That's the head, that's the left shoulder. We are waiting for the right shoulder. So if we go by the events, see the chart stories are so powerful. It matches with the events. Now, what's the next event coming up? It's the president elect, Mr. Trump's ceremony, right? The swearing in ceremony coming on 20th. So, and this chart is saying that we've poised for a rally, maybe around 2,000 points. So that's matching. I mean, we see that ceremony happening, and the stocks rally, but that rally is unfortunately not going to be towards a new high. So please refrain from buying on that rally. It's going to or turn short just ahead of the high and turn lower again. Right. I'm going to keep these counts on the charts because we are going to discuss this story over and over and over again, starting Monday, Tokyo Sydney's overlap. All right. So that's the Dow Jones for us. And I've exceeded the time. It's already quite a quite a while. Next, more 5 more minutes, and we should be done because I just have to revise the coins. The coins are just about what we discussed earlier. I think it's 30 minutes already. I mean, we are still within the time limit of 30 minutes
Should be
because
okay. It should be okay.
yeah, stretching too much is sometimes. I mean,
It's
it's
the
good to create.
it's the weekend. It's okay.
Okay, okay. So okay, look at that Bitcoin. I mean, I kept that wave right on the screen. I mean, this was Friday. I mean, we were here, and that arrow was projected after the session. Prices drop, and the next rally is already beginning to happen. So we are in wave three now. This rally, all right, and this rally, wave three, subdivides into five waves. So this is wave one, wave two, and then three, four, and five towards the wave three rally. So hold on to your longs, ladies and gents. Stop loss around 90,000, but I don't think we are going to see any further trouble in the coins, any of them. Ethereum, again, hold on to your longs. That is wave one, where we discussed in the New York after we went through the corrective decline, and then the third waves are gone, or maybe it's a second wave corrective triangle. But we are good to remain on the long side. I think with the stop loss just below that low, or not that low, sorry, the previous low is around 3,000 mark here. So let's all remain on the long side. And Solana is also interesting. It's quite similar to Ethereum and Bitcoin. And look at that, the drop and then a rise, and maybe a triangle is forming. But I think we are poised for a third wave. So the upside target is around 250, 280, 300. Stops around 175. No change there. And the final one, I'm really excited to see this one because triangles are one of the favorite patterns that I love to trade. And that is wave E. And did you see prices not breaking that E, the 61.8% of wave C? It's such a delight to watch what Mr. Aaron Elliott has devised for us around 1938, and we are now in 24. Behold your eyes, we are just beginning to cut loose on the north side. That's a breakout level, and it's going to be, as per the plan, to the next upside, possibly around 3.7 as early as the next week. We are just cutting loose on the north side now. All right, so those are the coins, and I think we've touched base with all the stories that we intended to discuss in this session. Uh, the next we are going to be live again on time. Tokyo Sydney overlap right on Monday.
Eh,
So if there's nothing more to discuss from my side, I'm giving it back to Ego. Ego, back to you, bro.
Thank you very much, SPDas.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you know,
Thank you.
super amazing. You're definitely such a legend. I've had such a good time getting to know you over the
It's
years.
just about the humility, bro. Not a legend at all. Thank you for the kind words, but it's all about
Thank you.
humility and believing in that power. I know, and you can understand that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
we'll chat a little bit later, and then for anyone who's in the North America, keep in mind Sydney Tokyo is a Sunday night, so that's not a Monday, but for anyone who's in Sydney Tokyo area, well, that's a morning, and just keep in mind your time zones. So when we say some of us are not all in the same time zones. We can say Monday, but it could be a Sunday. And I've had that lesson just yesterday because I told everybody that we're releasing the white paper on Friday, and then our constituents in like China and Korea and Vladivostok or whatever are all messaging me being like, "Hey, and like it's Saturday, what's going on?" And I'm like, "Ah, you know what? I'm so sorry. I totally missed the mark on that, but gonna do a lot better going forward. SPDas, thank you so much. Always a pleasure, and I'm gonna pop over to another screen now. Okay.
Thank you very much, Igor, and thank you very much, everyone. Those who are watching, take care and have a blessed weekend. Goodbye.
You, you too. Take care. All right, everybody. So that's SPDas, Elliott Wave Theory Trader. He's the like top-notch, first in class of what he does. What That's one market perspective. Of course, we have IT Trader who does a different type of trading, more institutional style, smart money trading, ICT style. He's been researching um, ICT pretty much from the beginning. He's developed his own research He we're all working together to test our AI, back test it, of course, with live sessions and confluence points, etc. Working on the market narrative. We have other traders standing by for that market narrative. In the, of course, we're in the portal as well. We're testing out how to create that system where we can rank the actual AI trades from a human perspective, from a human level. So we have that oversight, being responsible with it. We're not releasing any auto traders just yet. We're just looking for that regulatory framework to get into place. And yeah, we're super excited to keep building every single day. Um, yeah, so I'm just gonna cap off with that. And thank you so much for tuning in. And we're like beyond stoked to just keep building and building and building. Please go to solana.forexlens.com for the white paper. And yeah, so by next week you should be able to, if you're a holder or if you're thinking about becoming a holder, you should be able to start leaving comments and voting in on what you like and what you don't like, things like that. Get a forum going, etc. Super excited. Thank you again for tuning in, and that this is a special weekend edition. We'll be doing more weekends. We've got our secret crypto trader coming up probably tomorrow. We're just gonna go live, and whoever comes on comes on. Replay is always available, etc., etc. Anyways, thank you so much, and have a fantastic weekend. As always, have fun building, and take care.